The Farms to Families Fund project was born right after the COVID-19 pandemic hit the country and many jobs were lost. The Roots for Change Co-op proposed to REAP Food Group the idea of delivering food to families, first 100 and then 200, twice a month. Together, they launched the Farms to Families Fund in April, whose mission was to support small local farms, producers, and Latinx/Indigenous families in Dane County, many of whom work in the heavily impacted food service, agriculture, and hospitality industries. So far, the FFF has delivered an average of 400 resilience boxes per month, which includes seasonal produce, dairy, corn and flour tortillas, artisan bread, grass-fed meats, grains, honey, among other culturally appropriate foods, both purchased or donated by our farmers, producers, and/or sponsors. The FFF exists thanks to the collaboration among farmers and local producers, Latinx/Indigenous families, sponsors and donors, R4C, and REAP. REAP was created in 1997, and its mission is to transform communities, economies, and lives through the power of good food. We do this by building the next generation of healthy eaters through youth education, educating and connecting local and sustainable farmers and everyone from institutional to individual buyers, strengthening and amplifying community-led solutions to food system challenges, educating consumers so they can be advocates for actions and policies that support an equitable, just, and environmentally sustainable food system, celebrating with community around good food, and providing digital farm-to-school resources for children to access from home when schools became closed. REAP also publishes the annual Southern Wisconsin Farm Fresh Atlas and coordinates the 6 regional Farm Fresh Atlases on one easy-to-access site. To connect consumers to Wisconsin farms and food businesses committed to independent or cooperative ownership, sustainable practices, fair working conditions, and local production. For more information, check out our website. Roots for Change Co-op is a cooperative owned by 6 immigrant women and incorporated in 2018. R4C aims to address and improve social inequities such as in child maternal health, especially that in the Latinx and Indigenous communities. R4C's mission is to foster allied health professions for Latinos in Dane County by supporting the native and traditional knowledge on well-being practices. For more information, follow R4C on Facebook or visit their website. R4C offers wraparound services to at least 80% of the families served per month, maternal and child health support, which includes doula services, lactation support, and peer-to-peer education, the empowerment of women, the generation of short-term jobs to community members, and fostering of leadership roles, engagement services for the betterment of their communities, and providing educational materials to families each week as part of the boxes. We are supporting 200 Latinx/Indigenous families in Dane County, many of whom work in the heavily impacted food service, agriculture, and hospitality industries. We are supporting more than 20 small local farmers and producers who are growing or artisanal making the products delivered in the resilience boxes. And our fund comes from contributions of more than 20 sponsors and donors. The FFF has also partnered with Seed Savers, who in May donated transplants and seeds for our families. R4C is working directly with Latino/Indigenous families on the logistics on the ground with food delivery, and REAP works directly with farmers in procuring the food the fund buys for the boxes. In this way, R4C and REAP work together as a synergetic team working to not only support families and farmers, but together they are co-creating a model for community organizing centering the voices of their communities. Almost 30% of the families we serve with our resilient boxes came to pick up their transplants one Wednesday afternoon in May. The newly found relationship made with the Resilience Gardens Project added a kind of sweetest and further connections among our communities. During these historic times where societal pain, financial uncertainty, and justified anger are in high demand, the transplants donated are a beautiful analogy of what it could be when the people work together to supplement each other's skills and strengths. The seeds once planted at Seed Savers greenhouses are now growing in apartment complexes, houses, and community gardens here in Dane County, Wisconsin. Hopefully, this initial connection will lead us to future collaborations to encourage the community to get involved in more activities related with food production as it pertains to food security and the development of activities that encourages the development of more just, diverse, and clean food systems.